Morning folks, I'm going to do another couple of paintings for you, I hope, this morning. Just preparing in the process of this board. It's a bit, it's overexposed at the moment, but it's pure white, it's white acrylic gesso. I'm going to put another 2 coats on that for one of the two colour tone paintings, sap green and red ochre. Been asked to do one by my friend Sharon on YouTube, and Facebook. I've still got about 500 exclusive videos to Patreon for those that would be interested in having a look, having a little pump for $4 for the month. It would be appreciated. Right, I've just done this very rough sketch. I'm working on the Seago skies. I'm not. I do my own skies, but this will be my own sky. But you could always be inspired by great artists like Seago, Turner. I'm not copying anything. It's Norfolk. There's a bit of a dike going through here. I might even do it the other way. Just do it the other way. A bit different to the one I did yesterday. Okay. Oh, I think I used my pen for that. No, I don't know where it is. There it is. So we'll. I put a tree there. Seago put a fence in it, but I'm not going to be. It would be so obvious. We'll put some salt marsh in here. I'm not sure whether I'll use the slabby method to indicate a lot of marsh grass, reeds. We'll probably have a sort of a path. Bushes and stuff in here. Just marks that mean nothing to most people, but to me they're just a memoir. Okay, so we've got cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt sienna, bit of Payne's grey, cadmium yellow pale, and some yellow ochre. But I've got a bit more burnt sienna. Burnt sienna is very good in skies, but as long as you don't put too much on, just a tint of the white. There we go. And I'll use yesterday's bit of linseed oil and dryer, some alkyd resin. Yeah. The dryer I use, if I use it at all, is the fast drying medium Artisan Windsor & Newton. This is a 250ml bottle of it, plastic bottle. Much the best way to buy it. And as soon as I get these bottles, I prise a small screwdriver, up under the black lid, the clicky thing, and take it right off. It's okay if you haven't got any children mucking about with things. See, this comes off easy, but with the black thing, it doesn't. So I take that off and don't screw it up too tightly. Right, so let's take this brush and start putting a sky. Let's start with a bit of dark. A bit of Payne's grey, bit of blue, but darkish. Blue, Payne's. Just bung the paint on. Don't worry about refining it at this stage. Just do a sky. I don't really work from photographs these days. I make them all up, but skies, well, you just have to look up, don't you? See skies, and you'll see some skies you like, and you'd like to have a go at. Take a photograph. Seago seems to have used quite a bit of blue and red in his greys, high greys. Right, let's get a bit of contrast in there before we start putting the lights in. Now we're going to cover up the drawing now, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to put a bit of a blue horizon in, a bit of Payne's grey, goes well with the ultramarine. And we'll put a bit of a background in there. Norfolk is a very flat East Anglian county, very, very lovely. Although the water and the marsh grass, it was drained by the Dutch in the, I don't think it was 18th, 17th, 18th century, by Huguenots who were persecuted in Holland. And they brought their technology for drainage, because being lowlands, much of the country is below sea level, and they applied their craft here. And this is the legacy, this wonderful legacy of what we call broads, Norfolk broads. I would such a evoker in there. I'm just looking at my screen. Seems to be okay. The problem that I have with probably why I haven't done many more of these tonalist paintings is that I can't really film it and film the palette. It's better to use a studio easel, a radial easel. But I'll see what I can come up with. I haven't done one for about a year, and I've got to do a demonstration of the technique in November. Oh, it's a bit too. The hair's got in there. That's annoying when that happens. But didn't stop Monet from taking the sand out of his paintings when he painted on the beach. Now we've got to give an impression of clouds wafting across fast. Let's get that dark again. Payne's grey, very, very good. Very good colour to mix with others. It's a shortcut to dark. I'm listening to or watching the Olympic Games at the moment. It's in Dutch, for a Dutch channel. There's a bit of something in there. Get a bit of that grey colour. just want to get some impasto on here. Don't neglect the impasto. Very important. It's a lovely technique. Just do it and leave it. Right, okay, well it's a sort of a seagull sky. Clean the brush. Don't know if you can read that. It's a series on Netflix. My sister's just found the cook of something like Castamere on Netflix series, so I'll have a look at that. Because everybody recommends something on Netflix or Prime, which is good. Not sure about that. No, God no. We'll get rid of that. No, we don't like that. It's sort of a slightly off white. It looks sort of rough, but that's the sort of impressionist. Okay, well we'll let that go, and then we'll put in a bit of some tree stuff. Well, let's put a field in first. Counter change, always counter change. Try and get the flatness of this lovely county. I'm going to put in some bluey grey trees along there. Oh, I've gone to tennis now. It's gone from rugby sevens ladies being hammered by Fiji. Nothing new there. I'll put a closer one here. Try and leave a bit of air in the trees. Mucking up on me white. I don't know what that is. Get rid of that. I love doing trees. Shapes, all about shapes. Someone else said that on YouTube. Or advertising their latest one. But it is about shapes. Right, let's get a bit of warmer colour in there, in this side here. Try and keep a bit of that blue. The light on there. Oh, I've got a hockey now. Oh. It's got a bit of light sienna. Lovely warm colour. Sienna. Can overpaint on this. There we go. Of course, everything over on me. Get that burnt umbery look. This is straight out of the Seago painting. I try to adjust what I can on the webcam, on the Logitech webcam. There are a number of settings, but I don't know how to use them. If I get it wrong, it'll take me ages to work my way back to the default. Okay, now then, we need a bit more dark there, because we're going to counter change on that with the reeds. I'm going to use one of those dodgy brushes, which starts off nice and hairy, but they certainly lose it. I've got this little half-inch brush, which I'll use to do a stipple. I think I prefer stipple. What I did yesterday was just the flat Seago type strokes. We do need a little bit more contrast in there, so let's get a bit of blue. I lost the definition there. Now I lost a lot of my lights on this horizon, so let's put it back. That's not too bad. Put that blue back. A bit of that in here. That's a bit better. Right, now we're going to put these, put some water in. Use this brush here. I'm not sure if I'm going to put something here like I did yesterday. Maybe I will put Seago's gate in, 5-bar gate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, okay, so we've got that lovely light in that sky. I'll light that up a bit. Right, okay. There's plenty, as far as I can see, there's plenty of variety in the sky. So we'll get a bit of background. I can put some shadow in there, I think. A bit of blue. Get that in. And then we'll start putting the light clouds reflection. That's our sort of starting point. So we want a bit of greeny stuff in here. Now that doesn't really show yet. Got some sort of darky sort of reflection here. Oh, we've got to put those salt marks in, haven't we? Let's do that. Give me a little brush, bit of oil, and we want some light. Get a bit of dark in there. I've lost my little bit of dark there, but it doesn't matter. Right, let's put some darker colour in there, just to drag down. So a bit of blue, a bit of that, this and that, bit of oil. Going to have to get some more white here, I think. So scrape that off. It's getting a bit dirty. I'm going to have to walk up the road later, get another big roll of paper. White. I'm going to use all the white. The Winton white. That will do. Now, as we know, in order to show white light, you've got to show dark. So where's my brush here? So we'll put in a bit of mauvey colour. And you can just counter change over that. I prefer Seago's way of doing it. It kept the light, but I sort of lost it. That yellow's gone a little bit stiff. Still want some darks. The darks are going to be here. So a burnt sienna, and a bit of blue. Right, got some more white in there, reflecting these clouds. And then we'll carefully just bring that down. It's the best way I know how to get that reflection on water. Well, they're just about shows. And now we've got some darker green in here. And some nice white, sort of white tips on here. Oh, we'll put a little bit of light back in here. Reminds me of the our Tuesday morning bike ride along the River Wandle. And the boardwalk, and looking at the trees and the tops of the marshes. It's only a small area, you wouldn't believe it. I'll make it sound as if it's a vast plain, but it isn't. It's a lovely, lovely boardwalk of zigzags, and you can see all the lovely trees above it. You can't, but the grass itself is above your head at the moment. Right, let's just get a little bit of dark on this horizon here. It's a bit obvious there. We'll take some of that out. So my lovely little brush here. Do you think that actually works too well? Can't do that. More or less. Probably not dark enough along there. Let's put some more dark in there. Just some burnt sienna. I don't think that really really works as well, as good as I have done. Well, that's the best I can do at the moment. So let's put in some nice green. A bit of green in there. Well, I quite like that horizon and the sky. I'm quite satisfied with. It's just this bit here. A bit of stipple in there. A bit of white stipple. No, I've lost the contrast in there. It doesn't look dark enough for a reflection. Well, I can always choose. But this is tricky. My favourite palette knives vanished as usual. Well, missing, believe stolen. Well, there's one. It's a bit of get out of jail free. Right, we'll put it in a mount. Take that off. I'll clean the palette up for the next one. Well, there we are. It doesn't actually sparkle, but could I go a shade lighter with that? I think that's pretty accurate, actually. But I put photographs of all these on my Facebook page. You can see them there. That would be a good image, good picture from the Samsung. Right, okay. So these look, because they're warmer, they look closer than that, which are less distinct. I like the sky. I still can't seem to get that light on the horizon, but we'll work on that. Okay. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. I'll put that back there. You can look at it for a few seconds.